Okay, today we're going to take a look at these two Ray robots because there's a little discussion on Alphadrome about them, so I thought why not? Might as well shoot a video on the two that I've got. The blue one is made in Japan, as can be seen if I can get the lighting right back here. They're wind-up step-over clawfoot robots. And the gray one, in this case, says made in China. Same functions. This particular box says made in Japan, Yon, and there's a number there, but it's got a little scratch on the first digit. Let's take a look at the back. ST, as we found out, has to do with a safety standard, safety testing. Doesn't appear to be much else of interest as function-wise goes. You got a big wind-up key on the side. I haven't wound these up, so it wouldn't be surprise me if they were reluctant. See a couple sparks happening in there. Maybe if it runs, it'll loosen up a bit. It's a good walker, so they got the mechanics worked out right. And the sparking actually shows up better a little bit further away. There's a lens in there that kind of amplifies the way the sparking looks. Let's see if the China one's working. Well, I heard it running. It was running. Maybe we should take a look in one of these. As long as you'll be good, Mr. Blue Guy. Let's go ahead and open one of these up. Could be it just needs a little lubrication, or it could be that the ones that are made in China are crap. We'll find out. Be a little easier to talk now that the blue one isn't making so much noise. Looks like there's only 3 screws holding the body halves together. Whether the front comes up, yeah, looks like the front comes off. Okay, well, we do have all metal mechanics on the inside. The spring is well wound up. Let's go ahead and lift the mechanics out of the back frame as well. Okay, they're out of the back frame. Let's take one leg off. Key is going to hold the other leg kind of in place, so you can see all the gears and everything. I don't really see what's binding it up, so I'm going to try putting a little bit of oil on some of the shafts, especially on the high-speed one, the sparker. Get that on there. And on the leg drive shaft, I'm going to go ahead and leave the gears run dry. It's usually more of a problem with the... So I got some on that one drive shaft and it instantly started running, so that's a good sign. Means I could probably speed up the other one. We're holding it upside down so the flint isn't being worn out while we're just kind of wearing this thing in. And let's get the leg thing over here. Go ahead and make it stop. Let's try putting it back in its case. If I can get the leg parts back into their slots, get the body back on its slot. I'm going to hold the flint up. Get it running a little bit. Work the oil in. You can see where my finger is on that lever. That's the flint. And when you let go, gravity will let it bounce down on the wheel. But I want the spring to unwind some. I want things to loosen up. You can also see how the claw feet just miss each other height-wise. Okay, let's put the cover back on. One long one, well that must have been down here. The two short ones must have been up in the top. There's that. Blue one probably would have ran even better if I lubed it too, but it did pretty good once it got running. So I'm not sure if I have the box for this China one or not. I mean, I saw the box for this Japanese one sitting there, but let's wind the old ray up again here. Okay. I tell you, he's not going to win any speed races. I'm going to flip him upside down here. There he goes. Got the getting the speed up. Just not quite as energetic as the blue one was once it got going. And he's going even better now the second time around. I think they just need to be exercised a little bit. Need to get worn in. Everything else about him does look pretty much the same. I mean, the chroming job on the Japanese one is much better than the chroming job on the China one. But it looks like they started with the original same pieces of plastic. It just really came down to how even or uneven the chroming was done. I don't know if that even shows up on camera as being different. Now let's look at the feet. There are some slight differences. Look at the front of the toe here. See how there's a ridge on the front of that toe? There's not here. So this isn't the exact same casting and molding on the feet. It's similar. And here we have little divots on the sides. And on the Japanese one, you don't. So it's more like it was inspired by even these ridges around the arms. These are very flat, very sharp edge, well defined, and these have more of a rounded taper to them. The ears, very similar. Detail even around the back of the arms, this gear type cog detail. It's very pronounced on the China one, and here it has a much smaller divots. So it is unusual. I mean, at first glance, you would think that Yon just gave the molds over to the China one to be made, but then when you look closer, you go, no. It's almost like someone re-sculpted the molds and just made new ones that were very, very similar. But China guy doesn't work as well as the Japanese guy, so take that for what it's worth.